It is a hot one today. It is not as hot as it was earlier, at least. Now it's coming down. It was like high 80s. Now it's coming down low 80s. I'm feeling that heat exhaustion a little bit, tiny bit here. So, pottery update. I've filled like 3/4 of the kiln. So today we're going to try to make some things to fill it up the rest of the way, essentially. I have a lot of black porcelain that I want to use. I want to make some of my heart bowls. I use these foam hearts for that. I want to make some of those. I'm going to use this as a base to make some cylinders. And I also need to make some more bases. But an issue I'm having is the clay that I need to use for it is like way too wet. It is virtually just slime at this point. So let's try to figure that out first, because maybe some of the clay can dry while we're working. Like, I've had it airing out for days now. Okay, this hunk feels pretty good. That part feels still really squishy. Nothing like playing the endless like shuffling of the clay game. Also, I don't know if you can see this. I have to show you. Let's move this bucket over here. So I'd set my clay outside in the sun to try to get it to dry quicker. And it's cottonwood season, so they're floating around, and they landed in here. And mind you, these were in the dark. I don't know if you can see the little green specks. Do you see that little green speck? Those are little cottonwood trees starting to grow in my clay. So we're gonna have to murder them. Because I don't want any more cottonwood trees. They're the worst. Okay. Wait, way too squishy. Ooh, where do I put it? Well, this bucket isn't dried out, so I guess I'll start to place them in here. Whew. I have to check the weather because I can't fire the kiln when there is like a thunderstorm. So we're gonna have to check to see if it's gonna rain tonight. If it's not raining tomorrow, I might start the kiln firing early in the morning. Fingers crossed. That would be nice if it could fire all day. Dump these in here. I have so much clay, but none of it is like usable right now, and it's driving me a little insane. I also need to reconstitute, like water basically, all of my stoneware clay. Like, it's just a little too squishy. Like, see how it, look at that. You can't do anything with that. It's too squishy. It just won't hold any form, so. It's better than it was. I will give it that. Look at that, it's like a little turd hanging out. It's so frustrating when none of the clay is working. But we're gonna transfer this clay into a bucket, and then we're gonna get to work with the black porcelain because that is the only functional clay at this moment. I am transferring clay, so Pottery Studio here. My clay is too squishy, let me show you. It's like whipped cream, kind of. I do make clay things, and it's just too squishy, so I've been trying to dry it out very unsuccessfully. I've set it outside in the sun to try to dry it, and right now it's cottonwood season. Those are a type of trees, and they're planting their seeds everywhere, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but there are little green trees. Do you see the little green trees growing in my clay? Do you see that? What? It's clay. Clay is too squishy. But yeah, I've been trying to dry it out. Thankfully, we have other clay. I'm just trying to get this into this bucket, but I have this black porcelain, ton of this. So we're gonna be working with this today. But right now we're just kind of getting set up in the studio, the vibes. You subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. So how is everyone today? You made a dragon in school? Dude, that's so cool. Like how big? Is it like yay big or like a little bit bigger? Or did you just go full, like, I'm gonna take up the whole kiln size? Because that's what I was doing in grad school. I was making massive things. Sorry for the cracky little noises. Okay. See, this ball of clay is getting a little better. See how it's kind of not as whipped creamy? It's just like a little bit sticky. This one we might be able to use later. I need to be able to use it. I mixed different colors of clay and made it black. Ooh, I love it. The black porcelain, yeah, if you use different, like, basically you use different rocks ground up in there. See, this clay is like a good, see how it's kind of just a little bit sticky but not too sticky? We'll be able to use this stuff. This will be good. Because I need to make some vases out of this is terracotta, by the way, this brown stuff. I need to make some vases. I have some customers who requested purple vases, and my purple slip paint only works on the terracotta clay. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I really do. We're like a fun little crowd here. Also, do you guys like my necklace? See, I have a little strawberry bead. This one's yin and yang. I have a smiley face that I think, where's the mushroom? There's a mushroom. I'm gonna try to rotate it with my dirty fingers. There it is. This one's a frog. So yeah, we're making vases today as requested by a paying customer. So I have to do work today technically. So this is the clay that we'll be using for that. I am going to be making though some bowls. I want to make some black heart shaped bowls to make some candles, because just like emo vibes, right? Okay, let's see how this clay is. The clay is getting better. Hello. I got dirty hands. Hello. See this one? This one's too like whipped creamy. See how so much of it came off? So in the bucket you go. At least we got a little bit that's functional so far. Ugh, this one looks really wet. And it's not as bad as it, no, it's pretty bad. Ugh. Pottery is such a weird thing to do when you simultaneously have sensory issues. Because sometimes I get like too grossed out by the textures that I have to kind of stop. There we go. Okay. See this not the vibe. Okay, I have more clay over there, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna set this over here. I can't rub it on my pants, so I'm just cursed to walk around with a gucky hand. Okay, let's set these bags over here for now. And guess what? I have more clay that is not usable. Hope maybe some of it is. I would like if some of it is. Set that up there. Hello again. Ooh. How was everyone's day? Is it hot where you are? It's like 90 degrees where I am and very humid, and I'm ready to shave my head. I'm in Michigan, by the way. Where's everybody else? Ooh, it's very slimy. Ugh. Did you see that ab strength? I just pulled that back. Ooh. I love a good matte finish on things. It's funny, I personally love like a matte finish on pottery, but I found when I use like a matte finish glaze instead of a shiny glaze, it doesn't sell as well because people don't like that texture. They think they can't get it clean for some reason. You're from India? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Hello. What time is it in India? Would it be like early morning for you guys? If so, good morning. This would be a nice thing to watch in the morning. Just some chill pottery time while you drink your morning tea or coffee. Okay, everyone, are you a tea or a coffee person? Oh, it's 3 a.m., so it's very early. So is it so early that you're getting up extra early for work, or have you just not gone to sleep yet? This clay is almost a good texture. It's like borderline. Also, can you guys hear the jazz music I have playing in the background? I always try to play music because I worry about it getting too quiet and too boring. Okay, we're almost done with the clay, I swear. It's bedtime and I am not sleeping. Yeah, I understand. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Ooh. I personally am like out like a light basically by 10 p.m. every night because I'm an old lady. I like, you know, to read books and cuddle with my dogs and just go to sleep. But I wake up early. That's part of the problem. Okay. Still not great. We're almost done with the boring part, I swear. Half of pottery is just setting up and cleaning. And then the other half is actually making stuff. I had to start the live stream later today because I had to take my puppy to get her stitches taken out. I literally can't stay up past 10 p.m. And that's just staying awake. I won't leave my house any later than 5 o'clock. No, any later than like 6 o'clock or something. If I'm not heading home by 8 p.m., we're gonna have a problem. Like, I need to go home. My clock has run out. I am Cinderella. My carriage is turning back into a pumpkin. I must go to sleep. Okay. Again, it's so slimy and gross. Ooh. Okay, that is all the bags. That is the boring part. I am going to have to run and wash my hands so that I can handle the other clay, because you can't mix. You can't mix. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll work on the porcelain first. Porcelain. The terracotta. I don't know words today. I swear. There we go. Oh, you think I'm not that old? Who wants to guess how old I actually am? I do socialize. I'm a morning socialized person. I'm a let's go get coffee type of person. Let's go thrift shopping. Let's go to a farmer's market. And the farmer's markets usually end by noon, so you have to get there early. Okay, let's see how the clay is doing, where the plants are growing in it. Ooh, it's a little more solid. We might be able to use some of this. But yeah, any guesses to how old I actually am? I'll give you a hint. I'm basically 300 years old, if not maybe 400, 450. In social media years, I'm ancient. Oh yeah, this clay is much stiffer. Okay, we're gonna use some of this. Where is my scooper? Where is it? Why do I hide my own tools on myself? Okay, I'm pulling out one of the plants, you guys. Trying to. I don't know if you can see it. This is so wild. They grew in the dark. You can see it on, can you see it on the end of my thumbnail? That is a plant that was growing in my clay because I set it outside. I am multiple decades old. I'm just going to leave it at that. Multiple decades, many decades. Okay. I cannot pick this clay up. It's like so stuck in here. Give me my clay. Ugh. There we go. I just had to manhandle it a little bit. Put that, add that to the pile. There we go. Oh, there's another little plant growing in my clay. We need just a little bit more clay because we're using the extruder, the handheld extruder. I don't know if you guys have seen that in the other live streams. I think I did it in the last one. You were right on that. I'm not really aging. Part of that is because I'm indoors a lot. You know, I'm in a pottery studio. It has no windows. And then I'm also a figure skater. So when I'm in an ice rink, again, no windows. And both of those things take a lot of time, like a lot of hours. So that clay is too wet. Let's see. I feel kind of bad killing these little plants that are starting to grow in my clay, but you know. There we go. Okay, we have another one, you guys. I'm going to try to pick it out. Can you see the little green plant growing? See it right here? It's growing in my clay. Growing in my clay. So rude. It's like, this is not for you. My arms are tired because I taught a workout class. 2 workout classes this morning. So I have kind of noodle arms now. Oh, here's another one. Another little plant. Oh, here's another one. This part has a lot of them. Another one and another one. Come here. There we go. There we go. We're starting to get enough clay now to actually get things done. Hi, Don Don. I like your name. That's a cute name. Is that your nickname or your name? One of my nicknames is Kiki. There we go. Some more. Hello, hello. How is everybody today? Have you drank water? If you haven't drank water, I'm telling you right now to have a nice big sip of water. I'm pulling the big sister, the older sibling card and telling you to drink water. It's important. Flavored water counts. If you need flavored water to get it down, I understand. Whew. How's this clay? That clay's getting better over there too. Time for the fun part, you guys. We're gonna get some aggression out. I'm drinking my water. I'm preparing. Okay. Let's do this. I rolled up my Apple Watch. We got this much clay. It should be just enough to get some things done today. Loud noise warning. Oh, it's sticking. Oh. Okay. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Also, who likes my new shorts? I got these shorts from the men's department. I absolutely love them. Oh yeah, you get great sounds in pottery. All the sound effects. I was about to say, it must be 5:30 because now my brain, the only thing I can think about right now, other than what I'm doing, is food. Like, what am I going to have for dinner? Should I make this? Should I make that? What am I hungry enough for? There we go. But it's like hard. When it's 90 degrees, I don't, like, my appetite does not exist. It is kind of like ASMR. It's actually done. For YouTube, it's done. I like it. I like your YouTube username. Whew. I'm getting really overheated already. It's very warm. There we go. Does anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? I think I have family coming over for family dinner on Sunday, so I will be cooking. I love to cook. Even though I'm vegetarian, I still cook junk food. Ooh, I love I have pasta almost. You know what? I was about to say almost. I do have pasta absolutely every day. Pasta is one of the main food groups. Okay. Now comes the fun part. This is my extruder. Everyone say hello, extruder. This is how I make cool stuff real quick and easy. I wish I had a tabletop one because that would be easier on my forearms and my wrists. Spray some water in there first, just to get everything moving. And hopefully this is, yep, they're about the right length. Do I need to make it thinner? Yes. I'm almost always have to make it thinner than I have it. Thank you very much. What meals do you have as a vegetarian? Okay, so I'm vegetarian. I do eat eggs. I love a good egg. But for breakfast, I don't really eat breakfast early in the morning because if I eat breakfast before I work out in the morning, I get sick easily, and it's always been like that since I was like really little. My mom always had to keep extra clothes like in the car for both of us because if I got too active after eating, I would throw up. I was that kid. But for breakfast, or not really breakfast, but the first thing I have usually is a glass of water. This is not fitting in there, which is good. That means I have more clay than I need. So I think I'm gonna have to, am I gonna have to cut this? Yes, we're gonna trim her up here. Cut her right in half. Nice clean cut. And we'll leave that for later, because maybe we'll be able to do 2 batches. So I drink a glass of water when I wake up, because hydration. And then immediately follow that with the opposite thing, coffee. I have hot coffee when it's cold, and I make my own cold brew at home when it's hot out, like now. And this is my favorite trick here with your coffee. Instead of using creamer, use protein shake, like very like creamy protein shake. The one I use is like vanilla flavored, because then that way I get a little protein. And my protein one I think is pea protein based, like peas, the vegetable. And then for breakfast, I like to have half a bagel with cream cheese. Sometimes I slice some tomatoes on there. See, that just slipped in nice and easy. Insert all the dirty jokes there. But yeah, and then I like to have some kind of like veggie protein. Either I'll have an egg and put that on top, or maybe some veggie sausage links or fake bacon. Because I went vegetarian because I can't digest meat. I do kind of miss meat, but also I don't miss eating my friends, you know? So it's like, it was a blessing in disguise. Let's see if I need to clean this. Yes, this is not going to go in. And then for lunch, usually lunch is a pretty small meal for me. Sometimes I'll have like a veggie burger, or I'll just have some pita chips with hummus. Or what else do I like to have for lunch? Lunch is more of a snack for me because I teach workout classes in the morning, and then I also teach them at night. So I kind of have to eat light before my evening classes that I teach. But then dinner, I like to have pasta, and I like to do like a red sauce and a pile of vegetables, or I love ramen. Big fan of ramen. Love some soup. Love soup. I will eat hot soup in the middle of summer. I will be boiling hot and I'll go, you know what? I think I'll have some soup. That's a me problem. That is something I've brought upon myself. There we go. I'm trying to line this up. Nope, still not lined up properly. There we go. That should be better. Okay, I don't know if you can kind of see how it's hollow there, and it'll push out hollow tubes. I like to start it off upside down, just so I can utilize gravity a little bit. And then I like to because I work most nights, so I do easy dinners like pasta, but Friday nights usually I make pizza from scratch, and I have this vegetarian sausage. It's so good. It has like mushrooms in it, and it's spicy, that I love to put on the pizza, and slices of mozzarella. Ooh, I love pizza. Big fan of pizza. And I like to make portobello mushrooms. That's what I'm making on Sunday. I'm so stoked. Cannot wait. There we go. See it coming out? Oh, it's making farting noises. There's that ASMR you guys asked for. It's okay if workout diet, protein intake. Like I said, I eat egg whites. Eggs are a great source of protein. They're a complete protein. Peas are a complete protein. Mushrooms are a complete protein. And I still got muscle. Ooh, it's getting kind of gross at the end here. I think I'm gonna have to chop it. There we go. And then I also love smoothies, Greek yogurt smoothies. I love Greek yogurt. Also, life hack, because I love to dip my pizza in ranch dressing. But we all know ranch dressing really isn't that good for you. But it's one of those simple pleasures of life. So my trick is to make protein ranch dressing, where I take Greek yogurt, and usually I have to add a little water to make it a little more liquidy, and I'll add ranch seasoning to it. Sometimes I add a little sriracha because I love spicy food. I love hot spicy food. If I'm not sweating for my food, what's the point, right? But yeah, that's a great way to make a ranch dressing that has some protein in it. Okay, we're gonna keep this one. So I have to clean this up a little bit because it's a little wobbly. But you can see here, it's a hollow tube. So these are great for making vases, which is what we are doing for a client today. And then I got a little bug on me. I love dessert. Dessert is an important meal. Sometimes I have a healthy dessert because I'm out of unhealthy dessert. And I'll have like granola, and I'm like, it's sweet, but it's not chocolate. You know, I'm not a perfect person. I love hot Cheetos, although I literally know that they cause cancer, so probably need to stop that. I'm working on it. I'm down to once a month I have hot Cheetos. Not a full-size bag, but like a little bag. It's that's better, kinda. Not really. Okay, this one. I'm gonna chop it right here. We got a little nub. Can't really use this one, it's too small. Gross but smooth. That's a really good way to describe the extruder. Okay, I think right here there's a nice bend in this already. So I might that might be where we attach them. I think I'm going to cut this one right here because it looks, I try to cut the extruder where there are weak points. Let me turn you down so you can actually see what we're doing. There. You can't really see my face as well, but who cares? So I just cut this extrusion and it was already kind of folding, so I went ahead and folded it. And I'm just trying to make it a little bigger than it is around by squeezing it gently. Let's see. I am doing this live from Michigan. Welcome to the great Midwest, you guys. We hang out in our garages a lot. Although I feel like not a true Midwesterner because our garage doesn't have a refrigerator in it. Most Midwesterners you gotta have a fridge in your garage. That's just, it's part of the culture, you guys. There, see how that's like a better shape now, a little smoother, and then I like to tap it to make it flatter. There we go. Nice. Now we gotta work on this side because it is not really functioning. See how it's kind of like a gaping hole vibe? If you love spicy. Ooh. I need to explore more foods. I really do, because the times I've had like Indian food or Thai food. I haven't had Sri Lanka food, but I feel like I would like it. Minnesota here. Hey Minnesota, what's up? How are the mosquitoes? Are they eating you alive yet? Because man, they're eating us alive here. Don't forget. Oh, I'm not forgetting about Indian food. I need to try all the food. Food is so important. I think food is like just the best way to learn about other cultures. Like in the Midwest, everything has cheese and corn because we got a lot of dairy and corn. Okay, how do I want to add this? I think I want to trim it right here again. I keep changing my mind. Even though I live here in the Midwest, I am third generation. My family immigrated here. My grandmother, who I'm named after, my great-grandmother, I mean. Oh, I got that confused. My great-grandmother was the first in my family to immigrate here to escape occupation of our land. Some of my family didn't make it. They were put into the camps. But she made it out. She was older. She was like in her late 30s. I'm almost her age now of when she came here with no English on her own. But we're Maltese. We're from Malta. Anybody been to Malta? I know Indian food, so much vegetarian options in Indian food. I wish we had a good Indian restaurant near where I am. I should just look up recipes and just start going for it, shouldn't I? Just make it myself. That was one of my favorite hobbies I picked up during lockdown. But yeah, we're Maltese. And I've cooked a lot of Maltese dishes. Now, those are not vegetarian. It's a mostly seafood, though, and I do miss seafood. I do enjoy it. I like fish. I love sushi. But you can have vegetarian sushi options, which is nice. And you still get that fishy taste because of the seaweed. I'm actually going to get sushi tomorrow with a friend of mine that we've been friends for like decades now. We've known each other since middle school. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, how do I want to attach this? Let's see. Does it want to go? Okay, now I have to use my big smooth brain. I'm kind of thinking here. There. That's where it should go. It needs to wrap around. Right in there. Okay, we found the shape. And now I'm going to tap it. This is how I get the bottom flat. And then I go in there and I pinch it and I attach the vase modules to each other. One dish that you love that I should try, comment it below. I would love to know. I will add it to my to cook list or to find at a restaurant list. I recently made ratatouille. You guys, ratatouille's so good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this one. Let's see. Do I have a little flat thing? I'm going to put it on this flat surface so you can see it. You're saying Michigan, wow, cool. Don't knock Michigan. It's beautiful here. I can't tell. It's hard to tell if someone's joking or not, or being sarcastic or not in comments, you know. It's actually is really cool where I live. We live on the Detroit River. So a dish called Chloe. Wow, my white people skills are really showing. Ooh, chickpeas. I love chickpeas. I always have like 8 cans of chickpeas in my my cabinet at all times. Okay. I want opinions on the little bud vase. I try to make my stuff sculptural in addition to being functional. Maybe I can turn it this way. I don't want to drop it. So that's what it looks like from the top. Yeah, where I live is actually, it's pretty cool, and we have a really good nature preserve here on the Detroit River, and we have lots of conservationists, people who conserve things, and our like bald eagle population has quadrupled since 2019, and because the Clean Water Act, because we're trying to, you know, keep our waters clean a little bit better. And also, I think it was last year or the year before, Chule. Thank you. I really appreciate you helping me with the pronunciation. And but a couple years ago, or like I don't know how recently, but our river otters, like, you know, like otters, like the cute little fuzzy creatures who like swim on their back. We have otters again. Like where I live, we have otters. I didn't even know otters ever lived where we are. And it blew, I have not seen them yet, but I guarantee you when I see those river otters, I'm going to cry like a baby. Like I will sob. They're just so cute, and I can't believe they somehow brought their population back. Like that's amazing. And then also we have pelicans again. We used to have them. We're talking hundreds of years ago. Basically, when the people of my color first came here, not my people who came here just to survive war, but the people who came here to just like take things, you know, those ones. Well, when they did that, they wiped out a lot of our animal populations here in Michigan for fur trading and whatnot, and it really messed with the ecosystem. So they've been working for a really long time to preserve and renew it, and it's all coming back, and it's just so beautiful to watch. Now I'm going to add, this is my little stamp that I made. It's my signature. You can probably read, I can't tell if you can read it. It's a PM. It's my initials, Pauline Muscat. It's actually backwards when I look at it. I don't know if it's the right way when you guys look at it, but this is how I stamp my work. Ooh, before I do that, I don't want this to be a sharp edge. That's better. Got to be careful about sharp edges. If you leave an edge really sharp in pottery, when it fires, you can cut. I've cut my fingers open on my own pottery before, and it's not good. And it usually gets infected, just, you know, to make things worse. There, my little signature is on the bottom now. We got one down. I'm going to set this over to the side so that I can start to dry, hopefully. And then I'm actually probably going to leave it in the kiln overnight, not firing it, but like just so it'll dry, because it's warmer, drier air outside than it is in my garage. It's very cool and damp in here. Okay, let's see what else we can make. I think I have to make 2 of those because I have 2 different colors of purple. And I don't know which color purple my client is gonna like the most. So I was like, I'll just make both, and whichever one they don't want, I'll just keep it. And I'll sell it elsewhere somehow. Okay. This is all my little leftover clay. I try to immediately put it into a ball so it doesn't dry out. Kind of reminiscent of mushrooms. Yeah, it is kind of. Also, have you ever seen tube coral, like pictures of tube coral underwater? You know, the kind that they kind of let out bubbles. And also, they're meant to kind of look like the arteries of your heart. So when I do like 2 or 3, it's kind of to be like a symbol of like love and relationships, and how there's all sorts of different kinds of relationships. Like if you have 3, that could represent like a family. Like that could even be 3 siblings who, you know, your lives are intertwined. Can you, my art nerd qualities are coming out. Okay, I have this little nub here. When I have a macaroni one, when I have a macaroni shape like this, I like to curl it in. And look, it's a snail, you guys. It's a snail. Isn't that cute? And then I tap it on the bottom to make it flat. Tap, 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 tap. And then you have a little snail. You can put a little plant in there if you want to, or you can use it as a candlestick holder and give it one giant antenna. I should make little candles that fit in these that have 2 wicks somehow and look like little antennas. That would be so cute. Ooh, was that thunder? Hopefully that's not thunder. I'd prefer it not to be a thunderstorm. I don't know, that would cool it off though. So do you guys do any kind of art? Do you like to paint or draw, or maybe do some digital art? There we go. Good night, sweet dreams. Have a lovely day. I hope you get real good sleep, and when you wake up tomorrow, you have an awesome day. Enjoy it. Ooh, you do photography. Photography's so fun. I've done some photography, but usually I'm on the other side of the lens. I used to model when I was younger. I did that for almost 10 years. We did some fun, cool. I was on the cover of a couple magazines. Now I don't do it as often. Bye, good night, sweet dreams. There we go. It's a little snail. It's just a baby, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna put my signature on the bottom of it. Sign your work, guys. If you make any art, sign it. Just like that. I'm gonna set this one over. This one took no time at all. You said I paint a bit, trying to pick up knitting. Knitting is hard. Listen, I can crochet. I can crochet all day. Knitting, my brain just is like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. However, have you ever done arm knitting with like really thick yarn? That my brain understands. That I can do. I arm knitted. In fact, I think I have a video on my channel from not last year, but maybe the year after, where I arm knitted my own blanket for my bed. And I'm pretty sure that I tagged the tutorial that I followed for that. And that might help you. Because once you kind of understand with your arms, then you're like, okay, my arms are the knitting needles. You know? Okay. We got enough for one more. I think I'm going to bend it down here. And I want to try to wrap it around. There we go. See how it kind of wraps and they're intertwined? Yeah, I swear I don't understand like the difference between crochet and knit. But for some reason I understand how to crochet versus knit. I think it's because it's just one, you know, you just use one crochet hook. I think my brain just gets that a little better. Like I get overwhelmed with the two knitting needles. Maybe that's I'm the problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. There we go. Now I tap it to make it nice and flat. Okay, and now I'm going to tap the bottom as well. Ooh, it's trying to flop away. Okay, I need to trim this one. But at what point do I want to trim it? Because they want a tri-vase. I think I need to cut it flat, maybe that way. Can you tell I'm blind far away? Oh, cool. I'm glad I could help. Glad I could offer some crafting advice. We love to craft. This is a safe space for crafting. I want to make next, speaking of crafting, this is a me project, not for my job. Or one of my jobs. This is technically one of my jobs, by the way, you guys. You're at work with me today. I brought you to work with me. It's like bring your kids to work day, only it's like bring your YouTube friends to work. And we're just hanging out. But the nice part is I don't have a boss to yell at me. I'm my own boss. And I do yell at me. Okay, I have to hold this here while I trim it. Just need it a little more upright. There we go. This is the nerve-wracking part. There we go. Okay. Now I have to open it back up. Open back up. I really want to make, I don't know if you've seen those little book nook dioramas. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. We try to do a live stream every week. But you know, sometimes life happens, so I have to reschedule it, but I try to do Tuesdays. I might have to switch to Mondays because my work schedule for my other job is switching because of summer. But yeah, I really want to make a little book nook diorama thing because I have a bookshelf or bookshelves full of books, and I want to make a little like fantasy world themed one. There we go. That's better. There, now it's actually attached. Okay, I need to flatten this out a little bit more. How long have we been going? Oh my gosh, it's almost been an hour. We're doing good then. Okay. Now I want to try to attach this one somewhere. Maybe on the side? No, I don't like that. Already was like, kind of maybe in here. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm having a hard time making a decision here. Okay, even though I love how this vase looks just as the two, I have this third little one because they wanted it to have 3 spaces. I would love, maybe if I trim it, I could kind of interlace it here and wrap it around. Like on this inside portion here. And kind of bring it around on that side. That could be an option. But I like how it has a space. See how it has that empty space between the two? I don't want to get rid of that. We're going to figure this out. Okay, little water break. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Don't do as I do and not drink enough water. Maybe if I bring it right around here. I'm figuring it out. My two brain cells, they're working. They're doing the math. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it around on this side. But I need to trim it. But I don't like how it's kind of leaning that way. This is so hard. Making decisions while my brain is turning into goo. Okay, we might need to unattach these a little bit. Okay, we have to switch the design a tiny teensy bit. Okay, maybe if I put it here and we wrap that way. Haha, okay, I'm figuring it out. There we go. Kind of looks like a weird little growth on the side of it. I don't think I like it. I regret my decision. Good thing I can detach it. Maybe I need to put it lower. Let's grab one of these. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to use this. I like to use little pieces of styrofoam from packaging because it's not a good thing to throw away. It never breaks down, but it's very useful in the studio. Ooh, I have an idea. If I do it this way, I can bring it through that way. Ooh, there we go. Okay, we figured it out, you guys. But I do, however, need to score this. Scoring is where you make it like kind of abrasive so that it sticks better. Wrap this in the center there. We've got it figured out, you guys. What kind of job do you do for a living? I am a personal trainer and a fitness instructor. And then I sell my pottery and teach classes. And then I'm also a figure skating coach. So I have 3 jobs. I also used to do social media management, but I don't really like that job. And it's like, to me personally, that's a kind of like a weird occupation because like, yeah, you can manage your own social media. You just have to do it yourself. If I can run 2 YouTube channels while working 3 jobs, you can manage your own social media. That's kind of part of my opinion. That's my opinion. It's opinion. It's just an opinion. There we go. Flatten this out so it's not tippy. But yeah, I work a lot of physical jobs, so my body gets pretty exhausted by the end of the week. This is like my most chill job. And what you're seeing is the most chill part. Like, I'm not preparing the clay with a hammer. Like, this is the relaxing part. But setting up my booth every weekend at the farmer's market as a vendor is very physical work. But it's nice because I get my exercise doing my job, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, time to smooth out the top. And you really need to cut my nails. They're really sharp. I know, I really do need to stay hydrated because I sweat a lot. You do not want to smell me by the end of the day. And it's even worse in the summer. Also, in addition to staying hydrated, I have to keep eating like bananas for extra potassium because I'm sweating so much. And I take iron and vitamin B because of course I'm iron deficient. Although my most recent doctor's appointment, I did not come back iron deficient. So taking your iron works, you guys. Turns out taking vitamins does work. My blood work actually came back perfect for once, and I'm like, wow, slay. Look at me. There we go. Just smoothing out the edges because you don't want any sharp edges. Because when they get fired, they're extra sharp. And then when they're glazed, glaze is just glass. So, like, that's what it becomes. Technically, when it fires, the chemical reaction that happens, it kind of is like a glass covering over the pottery. So, if you have a sharp edge and then you glaze it, it becomes a shard of glass. Like a sharp shard of glass. I still have a scar on one of my fingers from cutting myself open on my own pottery. And I was like, well, I knew better. I knew I shouldn't have left it that sharp. Yet I did. There we go. I like that one. That one's nice and smooth. This one I think is pretty good. The inside could be a little better. Ooh, my hip just popped. I leaned forward and my hip popped. Let's see what time it is, you guys. It's 6 o'clock. I told myself I would only work from 5 to 7 today in the studio. That's the one downside of being self-employed. You're your own boss. And you can be like a chill boss and not make yourself work too many hours. Or you can be like me and be like, let's work 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's almost a 12-hour day. Who do I think I am? I can't complain though, because I just do it to myself. I'm the only one I can blame. Okay, let's check out the bottom of this one, make sure I like all the spots, and no I don't. I need to smooth out some of the seams. They're not cute. What shows has everybody been watching? I just switched to Paramount Plus because I got a 6-month free trial from my phone company, and I was like, cool, love that. So I would love to hear some shows because maybe I can watch them. And I love everything. I really love, I am up for everything from anime to action to mystery, thriller, crime, drama, comedy. I guess I'm not that big of a sitcom fan if it's not like a good sitcom. Like the cheesy sitcoms, there's just so many of them. I mean, I don't mind watching them like in the waiting room of my dentist office, if that makes sense. There we go. That's a little smoother. I like that better. Okay, let's check the other side, make sure that side is smooth too. Ooh, I don't like how it's all icky on the inside here. Wonder if I can fix it. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to fix it on the inside. Of course, I'm trying to fix the part that literally no one is going to see. Is House on Paramount? I don't know, but it might be. Good. I have not watched House. I know it's a medical drama, and sometimes I'm a little squeamish, and I do have a hard time with the medical stuff. Only because I've lost count of how many times I've like gotten stitches in my life, so it's because I like recall being sewn back together too often. And if you don't watch TV, tell me what books you're reading. I always take book recommendations as well. I don't know if you can see. Do you see how like that smooth little edge there just goes like whoop, like a little wave? Right now I'm reading The Summer. Well, yesterday I finished The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then I'm reading the second book in the trilogy right now. There we go. Okay. I'm happy with this one now. See, but I think I would like it because I like Sherlock. Like, I like that kind of mystery solving thing. So, like, I think I'll just have to, like, look away for a hot second. Like, I can get over it. Also, I have a phobia of needles. Like, I don't know what it is. I want so badly to get a second hole in my ears. But I'm a chicken. I'll admit it. I'm a chicken, you guys. Okay, there. I set that one over there. I think I'm going to pause with the terracotta and switch over to the black porcelain so I can make a thing for my mom. Her birthday is next week, so I'm trying to make her gift. Hopefully I can make it in 50 minutes. That's my goal. I just finished watching School Spirits. Loved that. Well, first season. I think there is going to be a second season, but I don't know when it comes out. It is kind of a mystery suspense, not like extreme horror vibes, but like along the lines of like horror film. And I really liked it. And it's funny because the only issue though with like mystery things, I always solve the mystery. Like really early on. Like if it's in a book, in the first couple chapters. If it's in a show, within the first episode, I'm like, well, I know who did it, or like I know who didn't do it. It was very good. They're like ghost children in a high school. Okay. I don't know if you guys can even hear the jazz music. I know, the only reason I have Paramount right now is because I got a free trial of it. Let's see, I'm gonna put this clay in a plastic bag because it's the perfect consistency right now and I don't want it to dry out any more than it is at. I think after our 6-month free trial of Paramount Plus, I'm gonna do Apple TV because I want to watch the last season of Ted Lasso. And then I forget what the name of the show is because I just simply cannot remember it. But the series, I think we watched the first 2 seasons. I think there's like going to be a 3rd season. The 3rd season just came out and we haven't watched it yet. What is it called? Basically the show, it's a comedy show. It's a kind of a dark comedy. I love dark comedy. But it is about a company, like a video game company, and the antics of all the characters there. It's kind of like if The Office, but make it video game people, like video game nerd people, and I really loved it. So I want to watch the last season of Ted Lasso on that one, and why can I not remember the show? It drives me crazy when I cannot remember the name of a show. And I think they also have a couple movies on there. There, I'm gonna set this over here. Okay. Ooh. Big stretch. Oh, I just cracked my back. It gets so tight when I sit hunched over for too long. Thank goodness I teach yoga and I can combat my own body pains. Set that over there. Put this over here for now. I'm gonna pull up my shirt a little bit and my pants. I'm getting so hungry, you guys. I need to make this thing for my mom, but I'm getting very hungry. Okay. I want to make a heart plate and at least one cylinder. That's the goal. Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by. It was nice meeting you. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, a fun weekend. If you don't have any plans yet, I hope you make some. Toodles. I am tempted to end the live stream because we've been going at it for over an hour, so I can watch some YouTube videos while I work, because this is usually the time when I get to watch my YouTube videos. So okay, I think I'm gonna log off for today, but if you want to see what I'm making now post live stream, it'll be in next Friday's vlog, weekly vlog. I'm doing a work week in my life vlog, so yeah. Okay, well, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I really appreciate it if you subscribed. And I will see you hopefully not next Tuesday. Not next Tuesday because it's my mom's birthday, so we might live stream on Thursday next week, and then we might switch to Mondays or Wednesdays for the live stream during the summer. Maybe I'll do both days. We'll see. It's up in the air a little bit. But yeah, on that note, I will see ya when I see ya. Have a lovely rest of your day.